Alright, here we go. I'm going to crawl underneath the front of the car. Get a bunch of papers. We got to, I want to give the Willamette Week a plug. Here goes their summer guide. The good old Oregonian. Helped me through a lot of these. I'm just going to stick this underneath the torque converter for now. I got, there's no room to put a drain pan or anything, so you just got to go for it. And that thing's full of tranny fluid, so I'm looking at it. It's still got the sticker on it from the factory on the front of it. You'll see it pretty soon. But anyway, I'm going to reach in here and try to yank this thing out. And it's right up next to the engine here still, but let's see if we can. I'll give it a couple wiggles. Well, I don't even know if I can get it all the way out. It's going to hit the. It's going to hit the. I'm going to have to push it back a little bit, I think. Alright. I want to be able to pull it straight out and then flop it down before it loses too much fluid all over the place. Are we coming? Are we coming? Alright, here we go. Flop down immediately. Okay, I flopped her down. Now, I'll just throw it over here on the old Willamette Week. That's why we're getting some drippage coming out up here. I'm looking at the snout of the converter. It feels nice and smooth. I feel no marks on it. I don't know how many YouTube vids there are out on doing this here, but this is how I did it. I didn't lose much fluid. Hey, I didn't make a big huge mess. Now let's look at this goddamn seal here. Wow. Well, there's a seal retainer that's held in place, that holds it in place. I took it off. Right there, that is. Yeah, I just took that off. It was holding it. Keeps the seal from coming out. Man, the thing looks good, man. Alright, I'm inspecting this converter here. Looking closely at this hub right here. Recalling long ago in the past, and you can see the fluid level right down in there. See, it's right about a ½ inch down below the splines there. Full of oil. Super hole shot B&M converter used in a GTO. Their hubs were brazed on. Pinhole leak came out right here. Took it to a guy, had him braze it all around this thing, put it back in. That converter has been in several cars through the years, and now it's been sold long ago, and the car it's in, still in the car it's in now, from all the way back in late 1970s. How old does that make it? Oh boy, 80, 90, dude. 30 some years or something. Anyway, I don't see any problems with this. I don't see any evidence of leak. I don't even see any goddamn fluid around on this thing, you know. It's clean all across here, which is pretty weird. I'd expect to see a lot of buildup. So, wow, I look at everything. Everything looks so nice and clean. Of course, trans fluid is pretty clean stuff. Anyway, I work on this thing underneath here. I don't have a seal removal tool. I got pocket knives and screwdrivers and things. And to get this good looking seal out of here, I can see inside it looks like the bushing behind it is in good shape too. So, let's see if I can break this blade here. But at any rate, so far everything looks good. I'm just gonna. Okay. I've been working and working this edge on this to get this thing pried out of here. So, take a look inside. There's the inside bushing right in there. And it looks good inside. Here's the next thing we do. Take this seal over here. What we're doing here is we're putting the seal over the hub to check the fit. Oh boy, I tell you what, I felt worse than that before in my day. Okay, here we go. I've just picked up the new one from AutoZone at $3.99. Okay. Wow. That doesn't feel any different at all. Wow. You always hope to see something definitive that tells you for sure. It's got a mark in it right there. Oh boy, that seal feels just as tight as the other one. Okay, I put the other seal back in. I got the retainer on here. I'm going to grab this little piece here and stick it where this dipstick goes right now while I'm thinking about it. Stick it down in that hole. Alright, this converter. Still underneath the car. I don't even have enough room to pull the tranny out from underneath this car. This. Guess I'll just keep it running while I do this. It has to be done right. This is where most mistakes are made. Lay on this piece of newspaper here. Try to see if I can get this up in here. You get it up in there, it goes in, it'll clunk once, it's got to clunk another time before it's all the way in. Once it's in, you can barely get your finger in behind the converter in your tranny case here. It'll be sunk well into there. If it's not in, you can have big trouble. So, I got a little tranny fluid smeared on the input here. See, these things are heavy. See if I can do this without pushing the tranny off the jack. Okay, let's start. Yep, Jack's trying to roll away on me here. Okay. Alright, it started. Now the fun part comes as we try to get it through the first dog. I just felt it go in. Alright. There we go. Now, let's keep working it. Pushing in and out and rotating it at the same time. Trying to find that sweet spot that goes into the pump cogs. Kind of hard to do from underneath here. Oh. There we go. Alright. Let's jack it up here. Let's jack it up. Pull it forward a little bit.
Voicemail. Lots of stuff to talk about. Thank you very much for that. And we encourage anybody to call in who's a listener and want to talk Camaros. Here's how. To stay informed and in touch with the Camaro Z28.com crew, go to the message boards at CamaroZ28.com. If you have a question for the podcast, call the CamaroZ28.com voicemail hotline.
Up it goes, up it goes, up it goes.
486-3182. That's 586-486-3182. Well, we don't have any more voicemails, but we do have an email that got sent into the show. Yeah, we talked about this, I would say.
Alright, at some point I'm going to want to stop and take a look at what I have here. That's looking pretty good about up in there. There's a dipstick tube coming down right there. Alright, there we have it, getting pretty close. Alrighty then, here I am underneath. I have got 2 bolts started here. That one right there, and on the other side, can't see it, starter's in the way. I never pulled the starter out. I never disconnected the battery cable like some say to do. I didn't see why I should have to. Alright, so the 2 bottom ones, everything's lining up. There's nothing caught. They're going to be squished between the tranny and the engine block. So now it's a matter of taking and getting the other 4 bolts in and cranking them all down. I'm going to have to push that oil dipstick tube down in so the bracket will line up on the second bolt up on the passenger side. And then get all these bolts tightened up. And then it's time to raise the tranny up, start hooking hook everything else up into it. So let's struggle with that for a while, and we'll turn the camera off. Alright, I puffed and I puffed, and I got those bolts in. Now, up here we gotta work on getting these here cooling lines in. I'm gonna hook a lot of the stuff up in here, all the wiring and all that stuff. Hook that up on this. Okay, we keep pushing. I've got the engine jacked up some now, and now I'm starting to get the linkage on. I got everything hooked up on the passenger side, everything plugged in. I'll get that over there. This just should be able to just get this, push that right over the top there. Snap it on. How good is it going to snap on here? Oh, there we go. Alright. Snap it on smartly. And pretty soon we're going to put the mount on. Go to work on getting all this stuff hooked up. Got the exhaust and everything to do still. And sometimes I listen to internet radio. Listen to my muscle car place, my Z-28 on the internet. Good time to get caught up on that stuff when I'm thrashing. Alright, here we go. We've gone ahead and hooked up the torque arm here, and I jacked up the back end of the thing in order to get the correct alignment so we could get the 2 big bolts through on the torque arm back there. And hooked up got the tranny bolted in, got it mounted in, got everything loosely bolted up here for the front part of the torque arm and all the stuff here. And I'm getting tired. I can't even think about what I'm talking about. Losing the light here, obviously it's getting pretty dark. I was thinking I might go ahead and test Firebird, but then I realized I don't have the torque converter bolted up. That's another bunch of fun. So at any rate, it's hell growing old, especially when you're not doing it gracefully. Okay, maybe I'll tackle that here in the darkness. Try to get the torque converter button down. Maybe we'll test it and see if it's throwing out any more tranny fluid. Okay. So far, so good. All right, well, I got her all together, and been out driving her, and guess what? She's not leaking. And I'm out here at the Vancouver Cruise. Cruising Main Street and Broadway out here in Vancouver. Get a chance to do this once a year, so I guess that's the payoff for the girl there. Get a chance to get out here and do some cruising with her. So, in conclusion, a couple of things. Well, for one, always feel free to leave a comment, because usually someone has something to say about my methods. Fixing this shit in my driveway. Okay, for one thing, I'm still mystified as to why that seal went bad. After all, it was only in there for 3 years since I went through that whole transmission. And probably right down here We'll probably throw a link down there for that 4-part series that I did. So when I think back on it, I actually can't remember the last time I ever had one of those things go out on me. So the only thing I can think of is that high-speed vibration. Now, that seal looked good. It was not good. Now, as far as the vibration is concerned, you know, one of those tips on the net about some of these early 90s F bodies is they got problems with drive shaft vibrations and kind of balancing issues. They say to turn the U-joint 180 degrees. Well, I tried that when I hooked it back up into my rear end, and guess what? I've had it up to about 100. And no vibration now. So, if that vibration rattled out my seal, I don't know, but at any rate, no more vibration now. So, leave a comment, share this, whatever. Good luck with your project. Here's one bitchin' Ford truck. Alright, here's this hot rod corner. They got a band set up in here. And this is some of Vancouver's, an example of some of their crazy art. Might as well record this one. This is that. And it consists of all of that. Make of it what you will. But it's some kind of a fountain. Turtle place. Man, there's some bitchin' cars here. There are thousands of rods out here tonight. They'll be cruising all into the dark. Yeah, there are thousands of them out here, but I had the audacity to rent a ballroom and bitchin' band to celebrate National Collector Car Day, and they didn't show up for that. I won't be doing that again.